super excited. I'm gonna come back and we are going to do a full face with some of these products. So I'll be right back. Welcome back to another video. This will be the makeup application video from the ULTA haul. We'll be using all the products that we got from ULTA the other day, so let's get into it. We're going to start with primer. This is not my usual primer. I typically use the Power Grip primer by e.l.f. Cosmetics, but today this will do. We'll start with concealer. This is the e.l.f. concealer that we got, and we'll go straight into brows. So I'm just carving out my brows here. I did speed the video up a bit, but we're just carving out the brows. We're keeping the desired shape in mind. I do like a little bit of an arch. So I'm just gonna keep carving out my brows until I get the desired shape, and then I'll go in and blend it out. From here, we are going to blend out the concealer. I'm just using an angled fluffy brush. I'll talk about brushes in another video, but I am just buffing out the concealer, blending it out. I'm bringing it down a little bit to the nose. You can see the difference in the two brows, and then we'll go ahead and start working on the other side. I tried my best to get a good angle. It came out okay. But again, we're just carving out those brows. The camera did keep falling down, so I did have to readjust. So now we're just blending out the concealer on this side as well, doing the same thing we did on the other side. Okay, and so now that the brows are done, we are moving on to the under eye concealer. We are going to highlight. So I'm just using the remainder of the concealer that I had on the back of my hand for my brows to go ahead and start in that inner corner, and then I did need to grab some more. So I'm just putting a little bit on the bridge of my nose, a tiny little bit on my chin, a tiny little bit on my forehead, and now we are going to blend that out. So this is a new concealer. It's a little bit more watery than what I'm used to working with. So I did have to grab my fan, let it dry a little bit, and then go back in to finish blending it out. You can start to see the difference that highlighting under the eye makes. It just makes it look a lot more smooth, nice and even. Concealer really just erases any imperfections and gives a nice, flawless finish. So my camera did fall again and I didn't realize it. So after I finished my concealer, I grabbed that foundation, the new foundation that we grabbed, and I started to apply that. You can't really see, but the color wasn't the best match. It was a little bit too neutral for my skin. I need a foundation with more red tones in it. So it's time for blush. I was so excited. I have been wanting to try a liquid blush for so long, so I finally went ahead and got a blush. So we are about to just put a little dab on the cheek. Sometimes I like to smile just to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. And we are going to go ahead and blend that out. This blush is giving what it needs to give, okay? So I'm just blending this out. It is looking so good already. I do wish I would have done my blush before I did my concealer, so I'll do that next time. But We're just blending that thing out. So now that we're all done with blush, we are going to use that same brush that we used to blend out our concealer, and we are just going to blend out the harsh line between the concealer and the blush so that it kind of marries them together. We're going in with our Infallible press powder. We'll be using this powder to set under the eye. Now, I did not realize that this was going to be so full coverage. It was so dark. I was not ready. So I had to go and get my setting powder that I typically use to go ahead and just set under my eyes. I wanted to try this new product, but I had to go back to my holy grail, Wet n Wild banana setting powder, and just set under the eye, because that other one was not giving what it needed to give. So this setting powder is going to do it every time. I kind of use this as like an everyday setting powder. I do have a couple that I go between, but this is the Wet n Wild Photofocus, and it's in the color Banana. With the setting powder, I set in all the places that I applied concealer, also in any areas that I would typically get oily. So as far as that pressed powder that was too full coverage, I need a lighter color because I got my exact skin tone color and I want to brighten the under eye, so I need to get a lighter color to set my under eye. This is actually very full coverage, so we are definitely taking this back tomorrow. We're going to get a lighter color. I think I'm going to switch out the foundation color as well, because it was a little too neutral for me. I was trying to figure out, because my skin changes throughout the year, so sometimes my skin's lighter, sometimes it's darker. Right now it seems to be a little bit lighter, so it's like has more red tones in it. You have up to 60 days to return anything at Ulta. So like if you buy a product, you know, if you buy some makeup and you try it on, it's not your color or you don't like it, you have 60 days to return it, whether you opened it or not. So I feel bad. I feel like it's wasting product. Like I'm low-key hoping that like I go there, I'm like, this is not my color, and they're like, you know what? We don't want to waste it. Just keep it. That's what I'm praying and hoping for. So fingers crossed for that. Let me just put everything that I'm going to return in the bag. So far I have 2 things in here that I'm going to return, which is going to be the foundation. I'm going to get obviously a better shade, and then I'm going to return the pressed powder, which is the same exact color. I really could keep the pressed powder for my face, but I'm actually not going to. I haven't been, when I contour, I haven't been using like a stick or anything. I've been kind of keeping it. I feel like it's a little bit more natural without using the stick. I just kind of warm my face up with some bronzer. So I've been using this bronzing palette. This is by Essence, and it's the matte bronzing powder palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. Obviously, you see the color that I use a lot, which is like these 2 colors. So this is really the color that I could have used for my pressed powder. So, but I wanted to try that color out, but this is also a color that sometimes I use. So I'm gonna warm my face up, and to warm it up today, I'm gonna use this color. And sometimes I mix these 2 colors depending on like the look I'm going for or how heavy. But like my everyday look, I just kind of use this lighter brown because you can't really tell. blush is kind of a lot. I think I might have put too much on, if I'm being honest, especially with this pink. You guys should have seen the color that I wanted. It was like this orangey color. Like I had to have some self-control, like at the end, because everything started being really cute. And I was like, okay, like what did I come here for? Like I really only came in for lip stuff. So I was like, I'm letting all this other stuff slide. But like when I tried to get more than one blush, I was like, okay, I'm drawing the line here. Like this is getting out of hand. So anyways, bronzing it up. I do recommend for people to use like a smaller brush, but because I kind of do this every day, I just use the same brush. Especially like if like here I was kind of doing too much, it was getting dark, very dark. So I was like, let me just hit my nose a little bit. And when I do my nose, I just boop boop, like nothing too crazy, because I'm typically just going for like a, I say natural look, even though like it's a full face, but like I still don't want it to look too crazy. And then I like to keep going in with my puff that I use for my setting powder. And I don't know, it just kind of melts it in a little bit. If I really need to, I'll go in with like my foundation brush, and it just helps blend everything together. So, but and what I don't want to do is get in my lace. Like I'm not getting in my lace with any of this. So I'm just being very careful with everything. But I do not need any makeup in my lace, especially not this blush. Like I don't need blush in my lace. But this is pretty much what I would do for a face. And I have some of the like individual, the cluster lashes that I like to put on, but this is pretty much a face. Like after something like this, I would just spray my face. I think this is okay. Again, I do want to change, like I do want to definitely take back the foundation and get a better color, but this is what it's looking like. So this, again, I had already did my lips, so I'll do that on another video. I really do like this lip combo, but no eye makeup, no lashes or anything. I just wanted to focus on the makeup. I wanted to use all the products that I bought today. So this is everything that I bought today. It's everything that I bought today, and I'm really happy with it. My favorite thing was this was my favorite. This e.l.f. concealer, I absolutely love this. I will get some other colors. Like I like this. This went on really nice and smooth. I like that I got the hydrating one. I'm glad I didn't get the matte one. This was nice. I don't know what took me so long to get it, but I'm glad I finally got it. I did like the way the foundation went on, even though it wasn't my color. I do like the way it went on. It went on very smooth. It has a nice finished look to it. I love it. It's full coverage. It's not a terrible color for me. It's just not really my color. So it's not a terrible color. It's just not the color for my skin. And it's very close. It's like the shade right after it. So I'll go back and get that tomorrow, and I'll do another video with that. So this is the final look. It's giving clean girl makeup. I do still love the way it came out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.